Alright, booyakasha boys. I hope you can hear me. My mic's not fucked because that's been happening quite a lot recently. But today we're making a video about kind of dopamine and how I think monk mode and all of that stuff is kind of homosexual. Um, because, for example, let's say you've got like a bunch of dopamine sources, right? You gain, I don't know, you love to watch midget porn, let's say, and you get very like a lot of dopamine spikes from it, right? But because it's such like an unnatural way to kind of watch porn or generally stay in life, the dopamine will kind of almost always kind of dip roughly because it's goes up roughly and then it's gonna go below baseline, and that's where you feel these kind of huge crashes, if that makes sense. That's where you feel your entire system be kind of longing for more dopamine. That's kind of a fucking problem if you kind of always have these, always these boom spikes, down up down up down. Then it's just, I don't know, you just feel like you're in this kind of limbo situation where you're like kind of stuck between worlds almost, and where you just, I don't know, you can't get shit done because your body's craving for more like instant dopamine kicks. Or let's not even take the example of midget porn. Let's take Instagram. Insta is like a problem for a lot of people. I deleted my Insta. I don't fuck with it. And it gives you these same kicks every time you open it up. Or felt like every time I opened it up, I felt like kind of my fingertips tingling. Like I felt something like me. Oh yes, I'm bored. I'm taking a shit right now. Let me fucking scroll Insta. That's just bullshit. I'd rather have a very meditative poop than open Insta and kind of just waste my day and my time, right? Um, so that's why you can, of course, install a blocker for Instagram like Opal, really good app. I just deleted it because it's just a waste of my fucking time, and that's where all these dopamine cravings and these belongings come from, because you go below baseline and kind of over time, um, I'd say your baseline even goes up because you're used to these kicks, and then those kicks, they don't feel crazy anymore, and then you need more and more and more just to kind of feel normal again, right? Because look, the amplitude is high, but like most of it is below baseline, because that's when you're not using Instagram and you're trying to work, for example, in your agency, right? That's a problem, right? So let's go back from the midget porn example. Let's say, I don't know, you're going outside taking a walk in the sun. Um, that's almost always gonna be better. By the way, don't judge my fucking handwriting. It's not even my handwriting. If you have you ever tried writing something with a fucking mouse? It's crazy. Um, Anyways, let's say you go out for like a walk in the park or something in the sun, and everything's chill, and it's kind of goes up a bit and then it goes down slowly, right? Because it's like a very natural thing. Or in the gym, even, let's say you go jogging, go for a crazy fucking walk. Um, Not walk, for a jog. You probably feel like you're dying over there, but it's kind of feeling good, right? At least if you have as much of a psychopath as me, it's kind of feeling good because you're like, I don't know, you just kind of fuck with it, right? You jog, almost die, and it's like this natural dopamine that develops in you, or while being productive also on your agency, and then it fades slowly, and at the end of the day, when probably most of your dopamine is gone, you're probably gonna go to sleep, right? Because it's like it's a stimulant. It's gonna stimulate you, and your baseline doesn't go up because it's such like a gradual thing, and it's not like these crazy fucking spikes, right? Um, that's the problem with like doing all these kind of Instagram, all these distracting activities, kind of, I don't know, going out with friends, just doing bullshit, just sitting there. Honestly, that doesn't give me too much dopamine anymore if you're just sitting and doing nothing. Or like scrolling Instagram, doing all that shit. And as you feel like sometimes when you kind of overwhelm your brain with dopamine, with all these dopamine spikes, right? It's like it feels stale, and that's because your kind of baseline has risen, right? Um, and this dopamine doesn't go below baseline because it's natural from like organic activities almost. Um, and your baseline rises, and then you just feel like you kind of need more kicks, or you just feel bored with everything in life, and everything's um, just fucking bland, right? And to give you like an analogy, honestly, on it, uh, that's what Crystal Matthews experienced, right? crazy analogy. Let me land though. Let me land. Like crystal meth is such a high fucking spike, and then such a big fucking crash. It's like almost like cocaine. That your baseline for what feels good after that, after using it a couple of times, it rises to a point where you can only get that spike with crystal meth anymore. And a lot of people, after kind of going cold turkey on crystal meth or like kind of stopping crystal meth, is like I've heard a story of a guy killing himself because after taking like stopping crystal meth because life just felt great and bland, and that's because his baseline had risen so drastically that nothing else in life gave him joy anymore, except just smoking some nice, in Germany we say Sachsensplitter, some nice crystals, from Eastern Europe, probably manufactured in the Czech Republic. Um, so yeah, like if you don't take crystal meth, kids, it's probably the lesson of this video. But no, like that's because his baseline had risen, right? And if you fuck around with social media and like do all these like dopamine raising activities, then your baseline's gonna rise. I don't know if that guy's baseline, the crystal meth Tony, if his baseline would have ever gone down. I don't know. I doubt it because it alters your brain and kind of does brain damage. So it might have lowered a bit, but life still probably didn't feel the same. So don't try crystal meth. Maybe do bunch of coke if you ever go to like a Latin American holiday with your agency homies or like a retreat with your mentor. You can just get some coke and hookers. Anyways, it's gonna fuck up your baseline too, but it's gonna lower again, and you're gonna crash probably after taking it. Probably never done it, but yeah. Anyways, uh, yeah, like that guy killed himself because his baseline was just high, right? And I don't think you're gonna kill yourself after quitting Instagram, but what you're gonna experience after quitting Instagram, if you do like an Imangaji monk mode where you like masturbate to your future plans and goals, and your dopamine looks like I don't know what the fuck that even looks like, but it's just like a bad sinus curve. Then like if you go fully cold turkey, and because you know you kind of brain's used to these rebounds, right? Your brain just goes into this fucking crazy state of like going below baseline, and you just feel like a weird retard. And you gotta you gotta thug through it. You kind of gotta thug it out, and that's alright. But I don't think that might lower your productivity, because if you go cold turkey, and dopamine is kind of like the main thing is the reward system in the brain, right? Kind of like testosterone makes effort feel good, and dopamine is kind of like a reward, or is the reward system in the brain. And if you go down like this, then first of all nothing's gonna feel good anymore because you just kind of feel like shit and feel like something's missing from your life, something's lacking, and you have to thug through that. And if you're very strong mentally, and by the pure power of will, David Goggins style, you can do it. But what I try to do and what kind of I learned from Homozy is that just make it easy for you. Like don't try to, like, I pushed everything through my free will when I started. Like I've done a lot of fucking like just free will, just like, alright, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna have all these distractions up on my phone, but I'm not gonna care. I'm a stoic. It's like my reaction to it is what matters. It's my internal things. And yes, I mean it's true. You can alter your reaction, but you have to kind of still expend energy, right? So if you just remove that from your life and remove yourself from those distractions, like I don't know, a dog barking, just buy a shotgun, shoot him. No, I'm kidding. But if like I don't know, you see like a dog bark and your environment's very noisy, and if you have the financial resources and the right kind of lifestyle that you can just move, then you move to a quiet place. I don't know, in the jungle of Colombia, get like a kilo of coke and just lock in. Of course, without the coke. I don't know. You just kind of go to like kind of a quiet place. And make it easy for you to work. Make it easy for you to not get distracted, and kind of shape your. Because I heard a quote like stoicism is for the people that try to control themselves on the inside because they can't control the outside, which is true to an extent. But if you can control the outside, then fucking do it. Because control your environment in a way that you don't get distracted, that you can chill, that you have, like, I don't know, your physical basis for your mental being, right? that you can sit upright, work properly. You don't feel ugly or weird while working. You don't feel like something's not right. You feel properly nice. You can spread out yourself. I can't spread out myself because I'm recording this next to a wall. That you can spread out yourself, move properly. That your physical basis is good and your physical environment is good, so that your mental thing, your mental space, your mental plane can thrive, right? Um, so that's basically my chat. So if you go monk mode, you can do it. It's just a very abrupt way to end it. You can just kind of start deleting, getting a blocker on Instagram, so that you can still get distracted on Instagram, but it's like a higher resistance before you do. And then you quit it while working still, because if you chances are if you kind of quit this like very abruptly, you're not gonna like the dip is kind of big, and if you're a normal person, most people will just, I don't know, they uh can't can't hack it, they just can't handle it. I can like I've like for example I've completely cut out sugar like a couple years ago, and I'm still kind of putting like artificial, and I'm still going powering through with it, but that's just because I don't know, I was like a 13-year-old with enough testosterone to do it, or 15 or so or whatever. um but like if you're a normal person, like chances are you're not gonna keep it up, right? Like I can delete Instagram because I've like kind of my brain's kind of almost detoxed. Is like a way, like it's not a toxin in your brain. It's just my baseline's kind of lowered that I enjoy normal things like looking outside and like hearing looking at animals run around. For example, because right here we got a lot of stray dogs. Um, I can do that. I just delete Instagram that I don't miss anything. I like my brain doesn't go woo woo. But if you kind of go cold turkey, the problem is that you might kind of crave that feeling again, and then after like a couple days, delete Instagram again, you quit it. Or after a couple days, you get TikTok again. After a couple days, after a couple weeks, maybe you rebound and delete and download it again. And honestly, I've gone through that. It's normal. Um, it's just lower your consumption, like kind of build a habit, because habits take like I don't know, like 66 days to form. Heard that from Mark Builds Brands. I don't know. um but if the chances are that you might rebound and go up again. That's what's kind of the problem, right? And if you delete Instagram, and reload, download it a couple times, it's alright. It's just don't waste your life on social media and things that are meaningless, and do something meaningful with your life and impact people and others positively, and try to kind of leave a positive print on this earth after you go, because kind of that's what we're here for, and otherwise you probably won't be remembered as a human in like 100 years. Booyakasha, I just got really deep. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you on the next video, and fucking subscribe to me. Also, if you want to join the Sick Cunt Consulting family, link in the bio. You can copy all my systems from my agency. They got me to 10K and beyond, and I will personally help you scale. You have one-on-one access to me and my business partner, and we're gonna drop you all of our source, and you're gonna get every system that we're using for our clients as well. So you can either do it yourself, or you say, hey Musa, it's my business partner, get your black ass here and we'll do my ads for me. Alright, we're gonna do it. Because we had white label as well, right? So you can basically get your entire back and taken care of. You only have to get clients and close, which we're gonna help you with as well. Cool guys. So I hope you have a great rest of your day again, and booyakasha. Peace.